In June of 1999, the Hawaii High School Athletic Association approved the Hawaii Wrestling Weight Monitoring Program. The program ensures compliance with new National High School Federation weight monitoring regulations. The purpose of this program is to ensure the safety of scholastic wrestlers in the state of Hawaii. It has been developed in response to the concern for guidance of young wrestlers as they make decisions about diet, nutrition, and weight control. It has been documented that wrestlers often attempt to lose weight rapidly to gain a perceived advantage over their opponent. This program is designed to assist in avoiding potentially harmful rapid weight reduction practices utilized to achieve specific weight class participation. In June of 2008, the HHSAA instituted a 1.5% weekly weight loss plan to its wrestling weight monitoring program. To monitor each wrestler's weekly weight loss, the HHSAA will utilize the National Wrestling Coaches Association Optimal Performance Calculator, or OPC. The OPC will provide each wrestler with a weekly descent plan to follow until they reach their target wrestling weight class. Every wrestler will have a login and a password to access their weekly weight descent plan and create a customized diet plan to meet their individual needs. Each coach will be required to print out a weekly weigh-in report form, which will have each wrestler's eligible weight classes. To determine a wrestler's minimum wrestling weight, the HHSAA Wrestling Weight Monitoring Program will use refractometers to obtain each wrestler's hydration level. This is not a drug test, but a test to determine the athlete's hydration level. A wrestler's hydration level must be between 1.002 and 1.025 grams per milliliter. After the athlete is determined to be hydrated, all varsity and junior varsity wrestlers will have their body fat assessed via skin fold measurements. Male wrestlers will be limited to a minimum of 7% body fat, with females limited to 12% body fat. If a wrestler's natural body fat percentage falls below the minimum, they need to have their primary care physician, or PCP, fill out the HHSAA physician statement form to allow them to compete below the minimum body fat percentage. This video is divided into two sections: nutrition education and the procedure for the body composition testing. The human body is comprised of at least two components: lean body mass, which is muscle and bone, and body fat. Body fat is necessary for cushioning the organs, absorption of vitamins. It's a reserve for energy, and it helps to keep the body warm. It is recommended that athletes maintain a normal, healthy weight and body fat percentage throughout the year by following a balanced diet. A healthy body fat range for females is between 12 and 25%, while males should fall between 7 and 15%. If your body fat is below the lower percentage, you may begin to experience loss of energy, fatigue, increased risk of infection and injury, and a distorted body image. Now, to optimize a reduction in your body fat percentage, these are some suggested guidelines. Eat balanced meals. Include medium to high intensity exercises such as running, swimming, or bicycling 5 to 6 times a week for 60 minutes while wearing loose, comfortable clothing. The use of solar suits, trash bags, and saunas as a means to lose weight are illegal and may have detrimental effects to your health. Allow yourself a full day of active rest, walking, easy bike ride, leisurely swim, etc. Get enough sleep so that the body is able to repair damaged muscle, thus leading to muscle growth. It has been shown that those who do not get enough sleep tend to increase their caloric intake to compensate for lack of sleep. It's recommended that athletes do not lose more than 2 to 3 pounds per week. Crash and yo-yo dieting will not result in permanent weight loss and may prove to be unhealthy. Wrestlers who cut weight often deny themselves the nutrients needed to perform. They forget that foods provide the energy that fuels the body. Without proper nutrients, the body cannot function, and athletic performance will be hampered. A proper diet will help wrestlers lose fat without sacrificing muscle or becoming dehydrated. Concentrating on wrestling instead of cutting weight will make you a better wrestler. Here are some recommendations you may want to consider. Eat 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, and pasta per day. One serving is 1 slice of bread, 1 hamburger roll, bagel or muffin, 1 tortilla, 1/2 cup of cooked rice, 1 ounce dry breakfast cereal, or 3 to 4 plain crackers. Eat 2 to 4 servings of fruit each day. One serving is a whole medium-sized apple, orange or banana, a half cup of raw or canned fruit, or 3/4 cup of unsweetened fruit juice. Eat 3 to 5 servings of vegetables a day. One serving is a half cup of cooked vegetables, 1 cup non-leafy raw chopped vegetables, or a half cup of potato. Eat 5 to 7 ounces of protein a day. A typical serving of protein is 3 ounces of lean meat, poultry, or fish, which is the size of a deck of cards. Eggs are also an excellent source of protein. 1 egg equals 1 ounce. Eat 2 to 4 servings of dairy products. One serving size is 1 cup of skim milk, 8 ounces of yogurt, or 1.5 ounces of cheese. Eat foods high in fat sparingly. Foods high in fat may include creamy salad dressings, butter, margarine, mayonnaise, candy, cookies, and donuts. For an individualized diet plan, go to www.nwcaonline.com. For pre-event meals, follow these guidelines. Eat 2 to 4 hours prior to competition to allow for proper absorption. Consume foods such as bagels, crackers, energy bars, and fruit which are high in carbohydrates for energy. Avoid foods high in protein, fiber, and also high in fat that are slow to digest and may cause a decrease in performance. Tournament meals. 1 hour or less between competition, drink carbohydrate fluids. 1 to 3 hours between competition, eat fruit, energy bars, or bread. 4 hours or more between competition, eat a small, healthy meal. Rapid weight loss in the form of water and protein will lead to dehydration and loss of strength. Your muscle is 75% water, so if you're dehydrated, your muscle strength will be lowered and your muscles will work for a shorter period of time and loses muscle endurance. Dehydration lowers your body's ability to stay cool and may overheat during a wrestling match. For every pound you lose during practice, you lose 1 pint of water. This water loss will lessen your muscular strength, muscular endurance, mental alertness, performance, and it increases your chance of overheating. The symptoms of dehydration include dark, concentrated urine, headache, fatigue, muscle cramping, loss of strength, dizziness, and possible increased heart rate. Follow these tips to decrease your chance of becoming dehydrated. Weigh in before and after training to monitor fluid loss. Check the color of your urine. It should be clear or light yellow. Drink 2 cups of water or electrolyte drinks 2 hours before training. Drink half a cup of water of electrolyte drinks every 15 to 20 minutes during practice. Drink 2 to 3 cups of water or electrolyte drinks for every pound lost during training. Drink 8 to 10 cups of water or electrolyte drinks before the next practice. 80% of weight loss must be regained prior to the next practice. Drink before you feel thirsty. That's important. Avoid caffeinated beverages like coffee, tea, cocoa, chocolate milk, colas, and high-sugar energy drinks,
as these drinks act as diuretics,
causing further dehydration. Planning ahead and gradually reducing your weight is the proper way to achieve your desired weight class. You should not lose more than 2 pounds a week to safely and effectively attain your goals. An example of this would be 2 pounds per week for 5 weeks. That'll give you a 10-pound weight loss. Any weight loss greater than that would result in a state of dehydration and severely compromise your ability to perform well. Procedures for body composition testing. High school certified athletic trainers will be conducting the testing for all wrestlers. The next segment of our video explains what happens during the body composition testing. Certain factors can adversely affect the accuracy of body composition testing on any given day. The following are some guidelines which wrestlers should follow before being tested. Do not eat 4 to 5 hours before the test. Avoid strenuous exercise for 10 to 12 hours before the test. Exercising immediately prior to the test will yield completely inaccurate results. Avoid caffeinated beverages for 10 to 12 hours before the test. Any beverages or medication that may contain alcohol should be avoided for 24 hours before the test.
Avoid the use of diuretic pills.
24 hours prior to the test, you may consume water, juices, and non-caffeinated beverages as normal. Do not come to the test dehydrated. Wear a short sleeve t-shirt and shorts to the examination. Coaches are not allowed in the testing areas. After the wrestlers have followed these guidelines, they are ready to have their body composition tested. The student athlete signs in at the registration table and proceeds to station number 1, specific gravity. The specific gravity station determines the student athlete's hydration level. It is not a drug test. It simply determines whether the student athlete is adequately hydrated to accurately measure his or her body fat. The student athlete must fill the cup with urine in the restroom. The urine sample will not leave the possession of the student athlete. A drop of urine is then placed on the refractometer. The student athlete that measures between 1.002 and 1.025 grams per milliliter continues to station number 2, the weight station. The student athlete that measures less than 1.002 grams per milliliter or more than 1.025 grams per milliliter fails the hydration test and must retest at the next scheduled testing session. This student athlete must proceed to the holding station, where his coach will be notified of the failed test. Station number 2 is the weight station. The student athlete should disrobe to their undergarments when weight is taken. The student athlete then proceeds to station number 3, the marking station. The student athlete is marked at the appropriate sites for skin fold measurements. Males will be marked on 3 sites: triceps, subscapula, and abdomen. Females will be marked on 4 sites: triceps, abdomen, hip, and thigh. The next station, number 4, is skin fold measurement. Each student athlete will have their skin folds measured by 3 different certified athletic trainers. Males will have their triceps, subscapula, and abdomen measured. Females will have their triceps, abdomen, hip, and thigh measured. After this is completed, the student athlete proceeds out of the testing area and waits until the entire team completes testing. The final step is body fat analysis. The student athlete's skin fold measurements are inputted into a computer to determine the minimum wrestling weight at which the student athlete can compete. Body composition for males is determined by using the Lohmann equation. For females, the Jackson-Pollock equation is used. Male wrestlers will be limited to a minimum of 7% body fat, with females limited to 12% body fat. Each team's body composition data will be uploaded to the NWCA website and may be viewed by coaches, student athletes, and parents within 48 to 72 hours. The NWCA Optimum Performance Calculator will calculate each wrestler's weekly 1.5% weight descent plan. This completes the final step of the body composition testing. Make healthy food choices and smart decisions in weight control for a successful wrestling season. If you have any questions about nutrition or the procedures of the body composition testing, please contact the certified athletic trainers at your school.